Okay. Let's see what the collective needs to hear. I think I'm gonna do all 3 decks this time. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with my deck. Just see what comes up. Awesome. All right, so first group says stop playing. You're messing about. You're not taking something serious, is what I'm getting. And like, just stop playing. What are you doing? Are you trying to get better, or are you not trying to get better? What's going on? Ancestor wisdom. Let me try to tap into ancestors, see what they say. They're saying remember your roots. And then I heard somebody else say, well, they don't even know if they have any. You do, you have roots. Remember the music of your ancestors. Follow back your lineage. For whatever reason, if you are white, Caucasian, and you don't know what your roots are, it's an encouragement for you to start figuring that out. So I heard somebody say that's a heavy task. It can be if, you know, like your family tree is like muddled, right? I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to say here, because it's like everybody's talking right now, one at a time. Like they're having like a whole discussion and conference, and everybody's just talking over each other. I need you guys to go one at a time. Somebody said just tell them to start somewhere with what you already know. It doesn't matter that there's so many things that you don't know, but there is already a little bit of information that you have that you can go off of. So don't let the stuff that you don't know discourage you from using what you already have. Because if you do become interested in wanting to figure out the rest of your family tree, who your ancestors are, you just ask. You just say, yes, I want to know who my ancestors are, and they will come to you. They will come to you in dreams. They'll come to you in messages. They'll come to you through music. They'll come to you through media. However, so the only decision that you need to make right now is, if you do want to receive ancestor wisdom, you say, yes, I do, and then they will work their magic so that you get the information. If you don't, then nothing is going to happen, obviously. So yeah, just make the decision, right? There is already a little bit of information that you do have, and you can continue to dig through it, but trust me, there isn't a whole lot of work that you need to do. I figured out that I had all kinds of ancestors simply just by listening to the messages, the music, like when I watched certain movies and it was about certain natives or indigenous people, if I felt it in my body, I knew that there was something there for me, and it's worked every single time. So there's that for that. Heart stop, return to sender. What do you guys mean by this? There's something in your life that you're doing that you need to just stop doing. It's like I see this thing where it's like you keep going back here. You're incessantly going back to this thing. And then they're trying to tell you, like, no, stop. You don't need to be going there. But you're continuously going. And this is your sign. Stop. Like, there's a reason why you were getting resistance there. Or there's a reason why you were getting, like, a weird feeling there, even though you were continuing with that. They're being very vague with me, so I don't. That's all they said to tell you. They've been very vague with this collective lately. Okay. Yeah, use your discernment. It feels like you're not using it when it comes to this situation. You're just like incessantly trying to like continue to go and go and go because you think that because you want it, that's where you need to be. And yes, but you have to remember that you can be in alignment or you can be out of alignment. Now, it's not because you can't have it. It's probably because you're not ready for it yet, or it's just simply not in alignment for you. So if you're somebody who's just moved through something like old patterns, old programming, things like that, and you're trying to continue to show up the same, if there's resistance, it's because it's no longer serving you, and that's why there's resistance. So that's why they're saying, like, use your discernment. If it feels different, and when you do take the time to look into it or feel into it, you'll realize that it's a hard stop. Like, you don't need that. That happens a lot when you're moving through stuff. Like, this collective has been going through stuff so quickly. That's what that's telling me. Yeah, and you need to rest and recharge. Oh, because you're trying to power through. You're trying to power through. You're trying to power through, and you need to just chill. Yeah, and you're not paying attention. You're not facing your truth, and they're just trying to tell you, like, I love you. We're trying to get you to just chill right now. Like, you don't need to rush. You don't need to, like, keep pushing through. Like, okay, so right now your truth is chill. Chill. Like, you've seen everything. You know what you need to do. So just take it slow. Take your time. It's okay. You can still transmute without expending that much energy. You can still transmute without having to expend that much energy, because as you're transmuting, not only are you getting rid of stuff, but you're turning it into something else, and you're filling yourself up with it. So technically you're not like losing, because you're filling yourself up again. But I think it's a good reminder that you can always recharge yourself with the same stuff that you're getting rid of when you transmute it, when you alchemize it. Okay, so now remember when I said that you can turn grief into unconditional love, you can turn it into forgiveness, and that will still fill you up. Okay, so you're not just emptying out your body, you're also filling yourself back up with something. Okay, because when you when you get rid of stuff, when you drain your body of the things that you don't need, sometimes people forget, like, oh, that's why I feel so drained, I'm so tired, blah blah blah. And yeah, sometimes your body requires different things to fill you up, but like, there's so many ways to go about this healing stuff, and transmuting and alchemizing it's a beautiful thing to learn. And they just want to remind you, I love you. I love you. They want to remind you that they love you. And they're being insistent, and they keep telling you this, And it feels like the same message over and over again, but it's because they love you. They want you to listen. They want you to hear them. They want you to feel them. Okay? That's why. And I'm seeing somebody go like, oh, like I know. But like, you're not listening. There's so many cards that came out and none of them are for you guys. Ain't none of them for y'all. Just a mess over here. Okay. So yeah, appreciate everything that you've been going through. Be grateful. Be grateful for the stillness right now. Be grateful for the love. Be grateful for the rest, the ability to rest. Be grateful for the experience. Again, just let yourself be loved. Déjate amar. Let yourself be loved. Déjate amar. Déjate amar. Let yourself be loved. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to love on you right now. Remember your truth and speak your truth. So you're having... Remember your truth and speak your truth. Remember that you're a divine being here having a human experience. Okay? You need to speak that as well. Like, your whole experience is just like this huge thing. How do I help me out? Speak your truth in the sense that you know that what you're doing is worth it. You know that what you're doing is for you. You know that what you're doing is the right way, is the truth, is your truth. So don't do this for someone else. Do this for yourself. Do this for yourself. Because this is not, the biggest reward of all of this is coming back home to you. Coming back home to you. To your own body, your own love. And getting to know yourself in the best way possible. Because that is the true gift in this journey. Is coming home to yourself, coming home to love yourself, coming home to who you authentically are deep down. And then it's okay to receive. It's okay to receive. It may feel like you don't know, like you don't know why good things are happening sometimes, but that's a lot of cards. But it's okay to what was the last one? It's okay to receive. It's okay to receive the love. Okay. Here we get embrace your sensuality. This one makes me smile because it's two things, right? The last time it was embrace, you know, like that pleasure, the pleasure of life, the pleasure of living, the pleasure of just like, you know, being in the human existence, you know, like feeling the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, but now is the other one. Now is really embrace your sensuality, your sexuality, that pleasure of what is this? Of human connection, of deeper connection, of intimacy, of like touching someone's skin, touching your own skin, you know, that entanglement of two bodies, two energies. Okay, that's the sensuality that you need to embrace right now. And with yourself too. With yourself too. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. And you can look at yourself naked if you want to, but look in the mirror, head to toe, and then be like, damn. You know, person in the mirror. I love your hair. I love your skin. I love the way your tattoos look. I love the way your eyes look. I love the way, you know, and then just, you know, like, fill up with yourself. Love yourself, okay? Embrace your own sexuality. If you're not, okay, I'm gonna say something, and I hope that this video does not get banned, but loving on yourself is not just getting yourself gifts. It's not just, you know, like, self-care. You know, it's legitimately making love to yourself. Have you ever made love to yourself? Okay, figure out how to do that. Make love to yourself, because how are you going to really enjoy someone else's body if you don't know how to enjoy your own? Okay, like, how do you know what it is that you really want, what you really like, what you really, you know? And maybe you do, maybe you know, maybe that stuff is like, comes whatever to you. But there are some people out there who do not know what to do with that kind of thing. And this is what this is telling you. Embrace your sensuality. Get to know yourself on that level. You don't always require another body to do that. You can do that by yourself. Okay? And just do it. Don't feel weird. I know it's gonna feel weird at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's fine. From experience, I know it feels weird at first. But after you continue to do it and you continue to do it, then you really start to get to know yourself on a different level. And then you're just like, it creates safety in your body. It creates knowingness. It creates familiarity. It creates just like that connectedness, you know, mind, body, soul. Okay, because your body is a whole nother entity when it comes to your soul, when it comes to your mind, when it comes to, you know, the whole, everything that is you as a human being. Okay, and it's okay to ask for help and guidance. Google it if you have to. Read articles, whatever you need to do. Okay, there are some spiritual practitioners out there who focus on this kind of thing, who focus on embracing your sensuality, and they do it for sexuality too, especially for the divine feminine. I know that somewhere out there, there's probably a divine masculine teaching this kind of thing too. So all you have to do is Google it. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know. It's okay. Like, this kind of stuff wasn't taught to us on purpose. Because guess what is gonna happen once you start doing that? Woo! Not only are you gonna get a release, but you going to release stuff that you don't need. And it's gonna make you so happy. And if you can do it, do it under the sun. Do it under the sun. Or do it under the moon. That's good too. But you need to enjoy the healing sun energy too. So if you live in the Pacific Northwest, I get it, but it's about to be summertime and you're gonna be able to go outside. Okay, if you live in a place that's already sunny, take some time outside in the sun. You know, go do some, you know, sun invocations, go do some sun rituals, go do some sunbathing, go do some swimming in the sun, go do, you know, but when you're doing this, acknowledge the sun. Say, hey sun, how are you? Thank you for your healing energy. And then trust me, you're gonna feel so good. You're gonna feel so good after that. You gotta start incorporating the world around you into your healing process, into, you know, everything that you do and stuff like that. So let's do some picture cards. It's gonna be fun. I'm telling you. I know, like, some people are like, oh, that's crazy. You're like, why would I do that? Try it. You can't knock it till you try it. You can't knock it till you try it. Okay, so let's see right away. Healed. Patience. Yeah, chill out. Do some of the stuff, okay? Do some of the stuff and do it slowly. Don't rush. Don't try to, you know, like, just take your time with it, okay? Take time with yourself. Tell yourself it's okay to be patient. Tell yourself it's okay for it to take time. Tell yourself that even if it's like hectic, even if it's like crazy, still always take that time to be patient with yourself. Okay, you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush. Time isn't real. Time isn't real. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of obstacles. But you know why you get obstacles? Is because you're not being patient. It's because you're rushing. Have you ever noticed that when you're rushing, you always get like all this stuff that's like getting in the way? And then it's like, you know, like if you're rushing to work, you get the stoplight, right? And then you get the next stoplight. Or there's an accident. Because life is trying to get you to slow down. Slow down. It's okay. And that's why you get all those obstacles. And your obstacles probably seem really, really big, because I'm looking at these mountains and they look big in this picture. And I feel like you think that they're like these huge, huge things that you need to deal with or you need to address. But perception is reality. If you think that they're big, if you think that they're going to be super difficult to overcome, then that's how it will be. But if you're telling yourself, you know what? Yes, it feels a little bit daunting. It feels a little bit scary. You know, it feels a little bit like we're going to have maybe a hard time, but we're going to do it anyways. And it's going to work out for us. And it's going to be good. And we're going to go through it. And the whole step of the way, we're going to be guided and protected and loved and supported. Then that's how it's going to be. If you keep telling yourself, man, this shit's going to fucking suck, then that's how it's gonna be. So tell yourself something different. Tell yourself a different story. Okay? Yeah, lotus flower. Enlightenment. You're going through a huge awakening right now. Firefly, wonder. And because you're going through this huge awakening, you're making all of this room to create. And this is your wonder and your stuff. So start thinking about, don't think about all the obstacles you need to do, baby. Don't do that. Think about all the beautiful things that you can bring into your life. What are the things you want to bring into your life? Write it down. Write it down. Start manifesting. Ooh, I love that. Start manifesting. Look at that number, 44. That's good. 44 means that you're supported. 44 means that you're divinely supported. Okay? So you're going through like this huge awakening right now, and you're doing an amazing job. Okay, you're doing fucking amazing. Just be patient. It's okay. Everything is gonna happen in divine timing. Everything is happening as it should. There are no limitations for you right now, except the ones that you place up here on yourself. Okay, the ones that you keep making bigger than they actually are. Because look at that road. That road's gonna go straight through. Okay. I don't know why I heard, tell them they could get in a helicopter and go over that shit. Because there's so many ways that you can go about it. Okay, you don't have to just take the road. You could take a helicopter, you could take a plane, you know, you could take a snow machine, snowmobile, however they call it. You know, you could take however way. But the point is that you're gonna get over it. You're gonna get over it. Because you're going through a huge awakening right now. Yeah, you're going through a huge awakening. And you're getting all this enlightenment so that you can create. This collective is getting ready to create. And you guys want to create all this stuff. And I love that for you guys. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, but there's always light in the dark. That's what this is telling me too. There's always light in the dark. And it's reminding me of the card that I made in this deck. Let's see if I can find it. They want me to show it to you. Here it is. See? Pick up the torch. And that's why that card was up. Stop playing. Pick up the torch. It's not that you're making excuses. It's just that you're letting the stuff win. You're letting that stuff win. You don't need to let that stuff win, baby. Because you have all the power. You're the creator. You're the manifester. You are the master builder. Okay? Pick up the torch. You got it. Lead the fucking way. Lead the way. And trust me, all of the other parts of you will follow. Okay? Lead the way. Yeah, it's reminding me of because I'm in the military, there's like this thing that they do where somebody says I don't even know, this collective might know, I don't know, where they go, they say something and then somebody goes, lead the way, and then, you know, like everyone follows. It's mostly used for like marches or something, I think. I don't know. I'm not a great soldier. I don't remember that kind of stuff very easily. But yeah, I just like, lead the way. Lead the way, you got it. You'll know why I said that for whoever this is. And yeah, achievement. You're doing so good. Look at this, labradorite. You're going through a huge transformation and you're gonna get this great opportunity. You're gonna get this great opportunity because these keys, this is symbolic for you right now. I don't know exactly what that means. Yeah, open doors. By moving through this and by pushing through the fears and picking up the torch and leading the way and pushing through and understand that you're going through this huge transformation and that you are the master builder, the doors are gonna open for you. Because all of those things, once you make that shit, let me tell you something. Once you make that shift and you say, no more. No more. You say, no more. I'm not listening to this no more. I'm not listening to this voice. I'm not doing this no more. This pattern is not for me anymore. The doors will open. Because everything that was keeping those doors closed is now gone. Because you made the decision. You shifted your energy. Okay? Eso es lo que eso está diciendo. So, deja de jugar. Deja de jugar. Keep pushing. Keep fucking pushing. Oh my gosh. There's like this huge feeling of like, yeah. Surrender. Let it flow. You're doing so fucking good. Oh, the sun is finally starting to come out. I love it. I love the sun. Yeah. Let it flow. Surrender. Surrender. Yes. Yeah. All right, that was a reset for this deck. I'm gonna use the shadow ones now. Are you ready? We're not gonna go as hard. We don't need to. We don't need to because it's already going really good for you. You're already making huge headway. Like, I see somebody like bulldozing, is that the right word? Bulldozing through some walls. Like, you're blasting through these walls that were once like these barriers, that were once like these things that you made yourself. You made them yourself, but now it's like you're like, fuck it. You're like, fuck it, and you're pushing through. You're pushing through so hard, and that's beautiful. Okay, so you may be a little bit toxic. It's toxic patterns. This is telling me toxic patterns. Unresolved issues onto others don't cause harm. So it's okay. And you're also getting the arrogance card. Inability to see your flaws, know your limitations while trying to learn and improve. Yeah. So don't be hard on yourself. You don't need to be hard on yourself during this process. You already have all this divine support. You're already getting all this wonderful divine guidance. So you don't need to be hard on yourself for something that you don't know. You can be hard on yourself for something that you don't know. And if something unexpected comes up that is making you feel like you're being toxic, or you feel like I don't know why I'm looking at these people running right now. Like, it's important. Face it. Face it. Yeah, that's where the arrogance is. You're trying to run from seeing this stuff. So if you have toxic patterns, right, you've dealt with toxic people before, understand that some of that is yours because it was acquired. Okay, it was absorbed. So I'm not saying you're completely innocent, because everybody got free will. Okay, you do what you do with what you got, and that's okay. But understand that source is calling you out. Okay, and then you know that some of these things that you'll be doing ain't right, and you do it anyway because that's what you know. Okay, that's where the arrogance is coming in, and that's okay. That is okay, but at the same time, it's like, if you know that you need to let go of this shit, let it go. Stop trying to fight. Yeah, stop trying to avoid it, for one, and then don't be the victim. Here's the keys again. We're in alignment. This whole message is for you. Yeah, blaming external factors for your problems. Be culpable of your actions. So just accountability. It's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. Yeah. It's going to be uncomfortable. Healing is uncomfortable. But I mean, I feel like you've been through some shit in your life. And honestly, healing is probably going to be a breeze. Once you get used to it, once you let yourself really get into the flow of healing, it turns into being something fun. At least that's how it was for me. I had a difficult life. I experienced a difficult life, and then turns out that looking at myself and healing that stuff ended up becoming fun for me, because not only was I healing that stuff, I was able to see myself and hold myself in a way that nobody ever has. And that's what matters. You want to be able to hold yourself in a way that nobody ever has, and that eventually one day you want somebody to be able to do. So I'll get off my box now. Stubborn, and can denote determination and perseverance, but it also may hinder progress. Yeah, you being a little bit stubborn. It's the arrogance. Didn't I tell you this the other day? I told you this the other day. Was that yesterday? Yeah. You being a little bit stubborn. Okay. So what is making you be stubborn? It's like you want to do it, but you feel like you don't need to do it because you think you're fine. And this is where the avoidance is coming in. And you don't see how this is bad for you, because you still want to blame everybody else. You need to accept the role that you had in your own suffering. You know why all that stuff happened to you? You know why you experienced all that stuff? Because you allowed it. Because you let yourself stay there. And sometimes you're going to be like, you know what? That's messed up. That's a really fucked up thing to say. You know what? This is a human experience. You chose to have that experience. Own it. Be accountable. Move forward. Heal it. Move forward. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that shit, but you know what? That's what it is. When you wake up and you enlighten and you start to take a million steps back and you see the human existence for what it is, that's what comes up. Anger. Your expectations are not met, creating frustration. Express it in a healthy way. Yeah, you're getting frustrated. I mean, you're getting frustrated because you're being stubborn, and then you're being stubborn because you're arrogant, and you're also arrogant because you don't want to see it. And then it's like this whole loop of stuff. You're not even, like, you're just doing this. You're doing this. Okay? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do they want? Freedom. You want freedom. You want to release it all in one go? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. It takes work. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes consistency into moving through this stuff, okay? Yeah, healing clarity. Amplify your emotions and bring your shadows to the surface to heal them. So all of this stuff, you can bring it up one by one. One by one. And then eventually they're all going to be gone, and then you get here. Healing clarity. Okay. This is why I said you need to, I don't know, get into therapy. Get into therapy. Find a light worker. Find a shadow worker. I do this stuff. But right now, I'm overseas, so I don't have time to be doing that kind of stuff. I mean, you can add stuff. You can comment in the stuff below. Yeah, it's resistance. You have so much resistance right now. Holding on to old beliefs and refusing to adapt can hinder personal growth. What I just said. That's what I just said. Let's see what they say. Deception and self-sabotage. Yeah, you're self-sabotaging right now. You ain't got no discipline because you're trying to go everywhere right now. That's okay. Like I'll do my best to answer your questions and stuff in the YouTube. I'm also on IG. You can probably look. I should probably add my thing on there. Like I post a lot of videos of stuff on there if you want to look at those. But I put out messages when source tells me to, and when I feel called. But really, like you gotta start somewhere. You gotta do something. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta do something. Okay? Face hidden anxieties and insecurities head on, and don't let them control you. You are not your thoughts. Okay? You are not your ego. Your ego is a part of you. Okay? Deck reset. All right, so last message for them. Think about your end goal. What is your end goal? Think about that. Think about your end goal. What do you think is actually required to get there? Because what you're thinking right now is not actually it. You're just assuming that that's what you need to do to get there. But what you need to focus, because that puts you in a state of like thinking about the future, thinking about all the things you need to do, instead of sitting down here with yourself and then starting to do those things. And then when you think about all the things that you have to do constantly, you don't allow yourself to sit in the now. You don't allow yourself to sit in the now and go through them one by one by one. Trust me when I say that if you decide to just stay here in the now and you say, source, universe, guides, angels, ancestors, higher self, I want to move forward with this. I want to start on my journey. And if you don't have like a which way to start, they're gonna give it to you. They're gonna lead you there. They're gonna give you that guidance to get there. Okay? Just the only thing you need to be is willing and open and accepting that the stuff that they're gonna give you, the stuff that they're gonna show you, is the stuff that you need to start doing. And then do it. And then do it. Because ain't nothing more important in this world than you. Nothing. Nothing. Ain't nothing more important in this world, okay, than you. Than you and that beautiful healing. You and that beautiful noggin. You and that beautiful heart of yours. You and that beautiful soul. Nothing is more important than you. Okay? Anything else? They're saying, especially your ancestors, they're all saying, we're cheering you. We really want you to get on board. They're like, we're backing you. We're supporting you. We're here for you. Your beck and call. Okay? You just have to make that decision. You just have to make that decision. And then as soon as you make that decision, watch how your world shifts. Okay? All right. So I think that is everything, right? I just heard flowers. Stop and smell the flowers. gratitude. Okay? Stop and smell the flowers. All right. I love you. I hope this reading helped you. I will add my IG link on there so you can watch those other videos. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, just put them down on the thing and then I'll get to them when I can. All right, but I am overseas. I am 16 hours ahead and my books are closed right now. But I love you guys. Take care. All right, you're amazing. You're doing amazing, and continue to do the work. Okay? I love you. Bye.